Hello there, beautiful. So we are here on a classic Whatculture video, and we are about to react to how WWE should have booked Goldberg. And this is one of Adam's earlier booking videos, and I'm gonna try to rebook Adam's videos to the best of my abilities. So let's get started with the video, and we'll react to it, and let's see how can we make it even more better.
Go. Yeah, we're looking.
Okay, we're not gonna do
how
that.
WWE should have booked, right? Look back.
We're gonna skip that.
Goldberg annihilating Jet Survivor Series, and then Brock Lesnar at no time with the X-Night. Oh, well, first of all, they just tried to rehash his undefeated. Then he was handed a bunch of.
Well, yes. When Goldberg went into the WWE in 2003, he keeps on saying who's next. They rehashed his undefeated streak. His run got muddied by titles. He lost to Triple H inside the Elimination Chamber. So, yeah. I see Adam's point. So, what are the matches that he booked for Goldberg?
Which annoyed. So, looking at an hour, minutes, and he's back. And with accent, that's all. Sick.
So, Adam is gonna book Goldberg into 6 matches. What are those 6 matches?
Doesn't do any Raw matches, he's just main events.
So Goldberg isn't gonna do any Raw matches, and he's just gonna do main events. Cool.
Expose him and have people being bored of him before he actually gets championships. He doesn't go after
So no championship as well, okay?
any titles to cripple who is the Raw manager at
I think this
the
means
time.
that...
He's brought in with a secret agenda, kill everyone you can find.
Okay, kinda a bland motive for Goldberg if he wants him to turn heel, so let's continue.
Him a heel. Now the thing is, Goldberg wins a lot of matches and he's already, why not make him heel? Ends up, spear, not The Rock, he spears The Undertaker.
Okay, so we got our first problem here. So, I believe this is Backlash since Adam mentioned The Rock, because the original match was Goldberg versus The Rock. And instead of The Rock, he replaces The Rock with The Undertaker. The main problem here is that The Undertaker's on SmackDown. Goldberg signs to Raw. So that itself is a paradox of the timeline. Also, Adam has a habit of turning the Undertaker into the dead man very very early. I mean he did book at the Invasion and had the Undertaker brought back the dead man persona in 2001. Adam has a habit of bringing the Undertaker back to the dead man as early as possible. Maybe he's not an American Badass fan. Let's see.
He never speaks. He barely speaks at all throughout his entire run. If preferably, I would not have Goldberg say one word during his year at the company. It turns out Undertaker's got broken ribs, but that line signed sheet of glass. So Backlash comes around in a bad way, spears him, jackhammers him, 1, 2, 3, and he just turns to the camera and holds up.
Okay, so this is like a part of Adam's booking that I got a problem with. Goldberg signifying the matches that he has won. Remember, Adam put Goldberg into 6 matches. So if Goldberg continues to count the matches that he participate in, I don't think that tells the audience that that Goldberg isn't sticking around, given that Goldberg is already in a limited appearance basis. Also, I wouldn't want Undertaker to jump to Goldberg.
1. The next night on Raw, you don't see him. In fact, you don't see. He turns up, goes after a WWE guy, then asks, and no one knows what's. Bang! Leading up to Bad Blood, Chris Jericho's in the ring.
So Bad Blood, he had Chris Jericho. That's the original match. So he's stuck with the Chris Jericho storyline for Bad Blood. The problem is it's gonna be heel versus heel, because Jericho's a heel there. Heel in Bad Blood. He's the heel in the Goldberg versus Jericho match, unless Adam wants Jericho to be a face.
out of nowhere, bang! Jericho at bad, not next. So I don't want this. Jericho 69, Berg has set this, turns up just before SummerSlam. He's like,
so SummerSlam, he had Shawn Michaels faces Goldberg. Okay, let's I can deal with that.
I'm sick of this. I'm next. I know what Goldberg's up to. He's just trying to cripple WWE, guys. Well, I'm Mr. WWE. I know.
There's a bit of a problem here. Goldberg should have he should have stuck Goldberg into a force that is unpredictable and targets his victims randomly. If you want the victim to step up to Goldberg, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Goldberg, he looks down at Shawn Michaels, does up and jagging injuries, short three sides. He wants the WWE champion.
Okay, so this one is Survivor Series. So Goldberg, I think he wants Brock and Goldberg in Survivor Series 2003, and not for the WWE Championship. So he wants a match where the WWE Championship is not on the line. Well, in real life, the WWE Championship isn't on the line because Lesnar was in a 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. So it kind of makes sense. Although, at this point, yeah, Goldberg and Lesnar is a dream match. But I would rather not hold Goldberg and Lesnar at 2003-2004. That makes their 2016 match more of a mega match that promises what it was booked. Remember, in Survivor Series 2016, Goldberg-Lesnar was dubbed the mega match, even though we have seen it before. But since we have not seen it in 2003-2004 in my booking, it's gonna be more of a mega match. So in this for here, Adam wants to book Goldberg versus Lesnar, non-title match. Okay.
Not the champ, not WCW. You know, people are saying everyone wanted.
This kind of leans to Goldberg being a WCW, guys, and people are kind of sick on WWE versus WCW. Yeah.
They actually got it because the series, this is Goldberg, Brock, Survivor Series, Goldberg, he spears Shawn Michaels, and this helped him now. Who's next? This time it's...
So he skipped Armageddon for Royal Rumble. Okay. Also, I think he made Goldberg the one to retire Austin instead of Batista. Let's see.
Goldberg is a proper heel. Help Bischoff versus Team Austin match. He's the one who interferes, not Batista. He spears Shawn Michaels, and this helps Bischoff banish Austin from the company. So Goldberg is a...
Yeah, so instead of Batista, it's Goldberg. Okay?
This is Eric Bischoff. And then Eric Bischoff says, okay, fine. Sends a little text. Then Eddie Guerrero is walking down.
So here's another problem. Eddie Guerrero is on SmackDown. So how would that work if Goldberg is on Raw and under the payroll of Eric Bischoff? So that's the problem. Adam doesn't have consistency on the Superstars brand. He had The Undertaker and then Eddie Guerrero, which are SmackDown superstars. So, yeah. Back then, the only time that WWE allows interpromotional matches is at WrestleMania. So, Raw and SmackDown won't happen on other pay-per-views other than WrestleMania.
On a corridor, we see Goldberg appear behind, trapped in ball. And beforehand, what the hell could Eddie Guerrero interfere over interference coming to WWE, which would not be a bad match. So
also, Royal Rumble Eddie Guerrero versus Goldberg, that removes us to the epic Chavo versus Eddie feud, which I like when I was a kid. So yeah, I disagree. So who is Goldberg's opponent at WrestleMania?
Brock Lesnar and Eddie. At WrestleMania with Goldberg, though, beforehand, Goldberg has beaten this music.
So we had Kurt Angle face Goldberg in Goldberg's final match, and Kurt Angle will ride off Goldberg at WrestleMania. Okay, so Adam's booking has some flaws because one, Goldberg is on Raw and he is too reliant on SmackDown superstar. He had Kurt Angle, he had Eddie Guerrero, he had Brock Lesnar, he had The Undertaker feud with Goldberg, which are on different brands. So there's inconsistency on the superstars branding. And yeah, I won't have Kurt Angle face Goldberg because Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle is a good match. Okay, so here's what I would propose to fix Adam's booking. Backlash 2003, instead of Undertaker, Goldberg will still face The Rock. And at this program, I would have Goldberg as a face, Rock as a heel, and then perform a double turn at Backlash 2003 with the ultimate reveal that Goldberg is under Eric Bischoff's employ. The build to this match is that who signed Goldberg, what's Goldberg's purpose. It's just announced that The Rock will face Goldberg. And Goldberg appears on Backlash, looks like a face. Rock is still a heel, double turn happens. Eric Bischoff stands tall with Goldberg. So I agree with that Goldberg will be in 6 matches. So the first match is at Backlash 2003. And every 2 months, Goldberg will have a match. So he will disappear now. He will be known as Eric Bischoff's enforcer. Bad Blood 2003. So we have a heel Jericho here. So instead of feuding with Chris Jericho, I would have Kane and RVD drop their titles to La Resistance, and Goldberg just attacks Kane, screws them out of the title. La Resistance wins the World Tag Team Championship on Raw. And this setups Kane, Goldberg at Bad Blood. Why would I do that? I find it hard to believe that La Resistance can beat Kane and RVD, so we need Goldberg to do the honors for them. So it is revealed Kane is the next target for Goldberg. Kane is next, and Goldberg beats Kane at Bad Blood. Now, because of this, Kane descends to madness. He lost the title, and he lost to Goldberg, and then he ends up challenging Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. He lost the mask. Kane unmasked, and I'm still gonna retain him as a face. SummerSlam 2003. So we're gonna change the Elimination Chamber match. Instead of Goldberg, Kevin Nash, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, I'll replace Goldberg with Kane, and Randy Orton with Rob Van Dam, and Kevin Nash with Scott Steiner. This way, we revitalize Scott Steiner's career, and we have Kane, RVD. Even though Kane's still a face, there's gonna be friction between them, and this has more emotional connection to Triple H. Because remember, Austin's sole purpose, that's why he booked the Elimination Chamber match, is to mess up Triple H's reign. So, at the conclusion, it ends up with with Scott Steiner and Triple H at the ending of the chamber. Scott Steiner almost gonna beat the game. And then Goldberg comes out under the ring, spears Scott Steiner because Eric Bischoff wants to protect his golden goose, Triple H. And because of this, Austin books Goldberg versus Scott Steiner at Unforgiven. Now, what about Orton and Kevin Nash? Orton will face Kevin Nash in a Legend versus Legend Killer match. This will write Kevin Nash off TV. Now, we go to Unforgiven. Goldberg versus Scott Steiner. So, this way we revitalize Scott Steiner's WWE run. And, give Goldberg someone to feud with. Scott Steiner is still a face here, and he does his promo job on Goldberg. This is more of a deeply rooted WCW feud. For Survivor Series, I rather have no Goldberg match. Instead, I would put Goldberg screwing Austin instead of Batista. Let's go with that. But he will not face Brock Lesnar. And he will not face Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, Goldberg screws Austin on the favor of his employer. Austin is out of the WWE. And who did Goldberg speared? The sole remaining member of Team Austin, Shawn Michaels. This leads to a match, Armageddon, Goldberg versus Shawn Michaels. So, since Goldberg will be feuding with Shawn Michaels, the World Heavyweight Championship will be between Triple H and Kane. So yeah. So the Reign of Terror is extended, very pretty much until WrestleMania 20. Royal Rumble 2003, Goldberg joins the Royal Rumble, and he is in favor of Eric Bischoff, number 30. Now there is an ongoing storyline on SmackDown. Paul Heyman is not in favor of Chris Benoit. Remember? That's why he put Chris Benoit in number 1 spot. So the final 2 of the Royal Rumble is Eric Bischoff's favorite wrestler, Goldberg, number 30, has all the favor in the world, against the underdog, Paul Heyman, who put him on the number 1 spot to get eliminated, Chris Benoit. And Chris Benoit managed to eliminate Goldberg at the Royal Rumble instead of Big Show. Also, I'm gonna be planting the seeds here. Goldberg eliminated a certain someone and injured his ACL. So, who did Goldberg eliminated? None other than John Cena. So, what we did here is, at WrestleMania 20, it's gonna be Goldberg versus John Cena. The backstory here is, we're gonna rebook the United States Championship title picture for John Cena, so he can challenge Goldberg at WrestleMania. So, Cena will still be a heel at No Mercy till No Way Out. And he won the United States Championship against Eddie Guerrero at No Mercy. That means the Survivor Series elimination tag match, Eddie Guerrero is in Team Angle, and Cena is not present there. Cena will be defending the title against Chavo Guerrero. Okay? That's the SmackDown side of things. We go to the Royal Rumble. John Cena, US Champion, got eliminated by Goldberg. Goldberg tore Cena's ACL. It's a real life injury. It's a real thing. It did happen. But the Big Show is the one who tore Cena's ACL and not Goldberg. But here, we have Goldberg tearing up Cena's knee. And this caused Cena to drop the United States title because he got stripped by Paul Heyman due to the fact that Cena cannot defend the title. So there's a tournament to be decided that will start at No Way Out and end at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. And at WrestleMania, it will be between the tournament final, Bradshaw versus the Big Show for the United States Championship. This will be the seed of Bradshaw becoming JBL. At No Way Out, Cena returns, and he turned face, and he had a rap promo, and he freestyled against Goldberg. And Goldberg didn't appear. Eric Bischoff answers the challenge because he became greedy. There's no one left on Raw to stop Goldberg. Why not take over SmackDown? So Eric Bischoff accepts Cena's challenge, and the main rub will be the sixth final match will be John Cena versus Goldberg at WrestleMania. And this will be the birth of the Super Cena. Cena beats Goldberg, Scott Steiner returns at WrestleMania and writes Goldberg off TV. So Raw after Mania, Benoit is the World Heavyweight Champion. There will be a main event at the Raw after Mania. It's the rematch, Triple H versus Chris Benoit. Benoit retains. Since Goldberg is out, we will turn Scott Steiner heel. And Scott Steiner attacks Chris Benoit. And he is the new enforcer of Eric Bischoff. So it was under the orders of Eric Bischoff to write Goldberg off TV at WrestleMania. And then we get Triple H drafted to SmackDown. So yes, that's how would I take it. It has consistency on the brand. We revitalized Scott Steiner's career in WWE. So yeah, and we gave Cena the ultimate rub by beating Goldberg at WrestleMania. That's how would I rebook it. No dependency on other brand stars, and the only time that it was Raw versus SmackDown is WrestleMania. So that's how I would book Adam's Goldberg booking. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.